Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It is Drew here, and I want to do something that I've been wanting to do for a little while now, and that is rank all of the announcements from Six Flags parks in 2019. Now this has turned into kind of a top 10 list because I'm not going to be counting water park additions this year or family area additions as well. So Timber Town at Six Flags Frontier City and Bugs Bunny Boomtown at Six Flags Mexico, as well as the other water park additions for this year, will not be included on this list. So it's actually now a top 10, so it works out kind of nicely, and you'll see why it's a top 10 later on. So at number 10, starting off this list, we have at the Great Escape in New York, we have Bucket Blasters, a really kind of nice family edition. Nothing too big, gets a lot of people soaked, does what it needs to do, and it's a lot of fun. I always loved the pirate ride at Legoland, California, where you get to duel with other people and get them wet as well. So it's a lot of fun. Definitely not the biggest edition though, but still not a bad decision in my opinion. At the number 9 spot, we have at Six Flags New England, Cyborg. This is a chance freestyle, but it's going to be indoors. And the reason I put this down so low is because it's a really kind of a smaller edition, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't know what it being indoors entails. Like, what will be around you? Will there be projections or something along those lines, or just lights? It's really kind of a mystery to us right now. But also, I see them putting this in this year for a big edition in 2020 with their 150th anniversary. So I think this is kind of just an off-year edition just to save up for 2020. Now we go to number 8, the 2 Super Loops coming to the chain next year. One going to Six Flags over Texas and one going to Ronde. I mean, I never thought Super Loops were bad. I've only ridden one and I liked it a lot actually. I just think it's definitely a smaller edition, especially with Chaos at Ronde coming from a different park as well and not being a completely brand new ride. So nothing much else to say about that, but let's move on to number 7. This is going to be kind of the controversial one. I put Firebird here at Six Flags America. It is the retraining, if you will, of Apocalypse The Last Stand, their old B&M stand-up coaster, the original B&M coaster. It's now becoming a floorless, and I don't know, there's not too much to it. I mean, it'll make a big difference in the ride quality, I would guess, but I don't know, it'll probably make it a better ride, but it's not too drastic of a change, especially when I rode Vortex into Patriot. Patriot is a lot better than it was when it was Vortex, but it's not the biggest change. So that's why I put it down at number 7. Now number 6, we have Sky Screamer at Six Flags Darien Lake. I think this will be a good addition to the park. Definitely something that they don't have yet, and it'll add to the skyline immensely to this park, and I'm really excited to see what it does for the park in total. I know this is going to be a smaller edition since Six Flags has just recently acquired them again, so hoping for Darien Lake to get some bigger additions in the next couple of years though. Now we move on to number 5, and I put Supergirl, the Zamperla Endeavor, in this spot, coming to Six Flags St. Louis. I don't know how these rides are, I haven't been on one, but I know a lot of friends that have been on Endeavors, and they say they are awesome. So I'm really excited to see Zamperla Endeavors come to the Six Flags chain, especially themed after Supergirl. That makes me really excited that they've got another superhero finally being put into the lineup. But honestly, I'm more excited for the possible additions of more Endeavors in the future at different Six Flags parks. So possibly we might be seeing one at Magic Mountain in the next couple of years. I would love to see that, but I'm really excited about this addition nonetheless. Now at number 4, I put all the Zamperla Giant Discovery rides, including the Joker Wildcard coming to Six Flags Fiesta Texas, Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth at Six Flags Great Adventure, and Pandemonium coming to Six Flags Over Georgia. I think these flat rides are amazing. I've been on 2 of them now, one of the bigger models, one of the smaller models. I love both of them. They're just great rides, and I definitely think they'll be great fits for the parks. Now at number 3, I have the first coaster to this list, and that is Batman the Ride at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. I have not been on a SNS free spin yet, so hopefully I will be on one in the next couple of months to see how they really are, but considering it's a coaster and considering how big of an addition this is to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, I think it's a great addition overall to the park and their coaster lineup. It's something they definitely don't have, so that's a big plus. Now moving on to number 2, we have Maxx Force at Six Flags Great America. Now hear me out. this is where the controversy is going to come from this video, I'm sure. Why did I put this at 2 and not number 1? Well, it's just the coaster, first of all, at least that we know of, and it's pretty short. Now, don't get me wrong, this is going to be one of the best coasters of 2019. It will probably be in the top 3 at least, if not number 1. I mean, it just depends on Steel Curtain at this point. And maybe Fly at Phantasialand or Copperhead Strike. Anyways, it'll probably be a top 3 in 2019, but it looks fantastic, but it's just too short. I mean, the actual ride itself, I think, is under 30 seconds, which, I mean, for a launch coaster of that caliber, no, that's not bad at all. But I don't know. It's just hard to really see how it will be until somebody rides it. So it's just something harder to judge, and it's only the coaster next year as well. Now we go to number 1, West Coast Racers coming to Six Flags Magic Mountain. Why is this number 1 over Maxx Force? Now, coaster-wise, I don't know if it'll be better per se than Maxx Force, but it'll definitely be more of a fun experience because you are dueling. But the reason this is really number 1 for me is because you've got the whole redo of the Cyclone Bay area, which has been needed for a long time now. So it's not just the coaster that's coming next year, it's also a brand new rethemed area, which is going to look amazing. So that's really the reason it's number 1. It's not just because of the coaster, but also I think this coaster is going to be a heck of a lot of fun and just a great fit for any park, really. And I'm really excited and looking forward to the fact that you will be dueling every single time, because that just adds to the ride immensely when you end up riding it. So I hope you enjoyed this list. I know it's a little wonky at parts, but this is all my own opinion. Also, I haven't been on a lot of these types of rides yet, so let me know down in the comments which ride do you think is actually going to be best for this year. I'm really interested to see what you think. And of course, as always, we'll see you on the next ride.